Just because you're in one state or another state, the children don't differ. The programs differ, and this is a fantastic program.
The FIT program got started about 10 years ago when I was seeing children in my office for social skills therapy. Parents would come to me and say, I'm so happy that my child has learned all of these social skills. However, I don't think that they can use them outside of your office. And that really bothered me. I thought we really need a way to help these children to carry the skills over into a more naturalistic situation.
I'm in charge of creating and implementing lesson plans. Adapted PE is when you take a game that you would do in a general ed classroom and you modify it so that the children in our program can be successful at the game. Children learn in two ways. Number one, by practicing the skill that they're learning, and number two, having fun. I think FIT does that by giving them a skill and allowing them to practice that in a context that includes play.
My role with the FIT program is as an instructor. I help out with the kids, play the games with them, make sure that everybody's participating, if anybody's having any trouble, check on them, and work with them more directly. I also sometimes fill in as the speech-language pathologist.
My daily role with FIT involves dealing with children from ages 4 on up to high school years, 17, 18, and primarily working with the younger children in a group setting, as well as working with the older middle-aged students, trying to provide for them skills that they will use in everyday life.
I use behavioral strategies to facilitate participation of students in the program and the curriculum and the content.
In FIT program, there is floor time, teach, ABA, behaviors, social skills. All those are blended together, and the best of those techniques and those philosophies are used in the FIT program. That's one of the reasons the FIT program is so unique.
Our philosophy is that we take some existing programs such as Michelle Garcia Winner's social thinking program and other social cognition programs, and we blend those together. We also develop a lot of our own FIT lessons, so we have written over 500 lessons. We take sort of the best of different programs and meet the needs of the kids at any given time.
The structure that we have allows all children to be heard. They're encouraged to speak out, they're engaged in speaking with each other, and they're able to communicate with us even without speaking fluently. Young, middle, and older children work as a team. They're able to communicate what they've just accomplished, what they made, what they're building. They want to share it with the other children. I've never seen a program where children are so engaged, be it in art, Lego, or say music, or PE, they work together and they will run to each other and say, look what I've done, or can we work as a team?
We have children who have ADHD in our program. We have had several children with selective mutism in our program, kids with anxiety, and also kids who are undiagnosed but who need work on their social skills. And because our program is quite eclectic, we're able to meet the needs of those children through a variety of adaptations and modifications to the curriculum.
We do a lot of activities that involve directions following, a lot of gross motor, large movement activities to keep kids involved where they don't need to be attending to a lot of the intricacies of language that can be sort of isolating for a kid with autism.
So my child, Margareta, is now 10 years old. She was very different as a young child, so that started us on a pretty long odyssey for trying to treat her autism, which she's very highly functioning, and honestly, she's at this point at age 10 kind of a poster child for why early intervention makes a difference. I don't want to therapy out the things that make her special and make her who she is, but I want to provide her an opportunity to be as regular as possible so that she doesn't get exploited or hurt by other people who don't understand the way that she's different. FIT has most specifically enabled her to develop the skills so that she can be a little more flexible when things aren't going her way. It's also enabled her to develop skills for how do you interact with other kids in a way that isn't going to be off-putting because you come at them a little strongly or in a way that they're not really anticipating or expecting. Does she look forward to it? Absolutely. Does she consider it therapy? Absolutely not. This is a place where she's comfortable and where she grows. There's no way for me to say enough about how the FIT program has enabled her to do what she's done. She is completely mainstreamed in school. She's in a public school in a very large inner ring school system and completely thriving, even at an age in school where she's much younger than the other kids in her class. She participates in activities outside of school, and she's unbelievably different than the kid she was at age 3 when she was diagnosed. And it's all, honestly, because of the therapy she's gotten and because of FIT.
We do require that the children are verbal, so we do not generally take children in our program who do not have verbal communication skills because our lessons incorporate social cognition. They are somewhat abstract in terms of the child having to be able to understand conversation at a fairly high level. We do use a lot of visuals to support that, and sometimes we do have children who struggle with language more than our typical population, but we do offer an aid for those children. If a parent is interested in having their child participate in the program, we ask that they come to my private practice, Nicole Garami LLC, to do a short consultation. The parent accompanies the child for about a half an hour. At that point, when the child and the parent come in, I do an interview so that I can understand what the parent's goals for the child are. I take a look at the paperwork from the school system, so if they have an IEP, I'll review that. I also work with the child just for about 20 minutes so that I can get a feel for whether or not their social skills are at a level that we require for the FIT program.
The FIT program during the school year is hour-long sessions once a week. And there's Thursday night group for the older elementary kids, and then on Saturdays we have the younger kids. And that has sessions or semesters about 8 weeks in length, and there's 3 sessions throughout the year.
The culminating aspect of our program is the FIT Summer Camp. That's an intensive 3-week camp that we run at the Ratner School. So the summer camp really takes all of the wonderful qualities of the yearly program and puts them into an intensive experience for the kids. In the summer program, we do the same kind of PE lessons and social skills lessons, but we also have science and nature. We have a Lego group. We have classes in music and art. So we provide a full day experience for 3 weeks for the kids.
This camp is different because it allows for each child to have individualized attention. A graduate student and other counselors that are always watching them to make sure that they're progressing and doing well.
The counselors are really nice. They help a lot and they're a good fit for everybody. The counselors are so nice and friendly.
What makes this program stand out amongst everyone is the people.
We have a nice variety of professionals who are highly trained and who can help with both the teaching but also giving children feedback about their abilities and their interactions with other kids.
I like FIT Camp because every class is really fun. At this camp we get to do all sorts of things. Recess, lunch, show skills, snack, PD.
I like the counselors, my friends, the stuff we do, the games we play. We build Legos. I love Legos. I like that we can do different things. I like leisure time. I like that we can watch all these different movies.
And I also like leisure time where I can draw.
I like FIT Camp because it's not all one thing. Some camps are all about science, some camps are all about sports, some camps are just about a certain subject. But FIT Camp, you do everything. You do science, you do sports, you play with your friends, you make new friends.
At FIT we learn how to make crystals, and how to make volcanoes, and how to make stuff out art. I play tag, freeze tag, lava monster, hide and seek. I played Moon Monster, Duck Duck Goose, rode a tricycle, and did lots of things.
I like playing the jungle gym.
I've learned how to go up and say hi to people and be nice. We learn about being nice to your friends and learning and schoolwork, taking turns.
What I think is the most valuable part of FIT is that there's not a lot of time wasted between presentation of a skill and the actual practice in a pretty authentic environment.
What we try to do is give them just enough work as to where it's challenging, but they can still be successful at what we're asking them to do. We're going to put them in situations where they'll be successful.